Not all stadiums are built for glory. Some are cursed. From haunted terraces to crumbling stands, bizarre collapses to endless heartbreak. These 20 football grounds in England have seen it all. So buckle up, because we're diving into the unluckiest, weirdest, and most hexed stadiums in English football. Welcome to the dark side of the beautiful game. 20. Elland Road. This place was once a fortress under Don Revie. Then came the curse. Since the turn of the century, it's been a house of heartbreak. The financial meltdown in the early 2000s left the club in tatters. Leeds were relegated, then fell to League One. They sold off star players and even sold the stadium itself. Fans still blame Peter Ridsdale's wild spending spree, a reign that left deep scars. 19. Stadium of Light. The Stadium of Light was meant to shine. Instead, it's become a shadow of former glory. Since moving here in 1997, Sunderland has suffered one of the worst records in Premier League history, twice ending seasons with just 15 and 19 points. Back-to-back relegations in 2017 and 2018 dropped them into League One. Their Netflix series, Sunderland Till I Die, turned the misery into a global spectacle. 18. Portman Road. This stadium is proud. It's old. It's beautiful. But something's been off since 1982. That was the year Bobby Robson left to manage England. And since then, nothing but decline. Ipswich fell from European nights to championship struggles and eventually League One. Multiple managers tried to revive the magic. None succeeded. Portman Road, once the site of UEFA Cup football, now watches third-tier matches in a half-empty shell. 17. The Valley. Few stadiums have been through as much chaos as the Valley. Kicked out in 1985, Charlton had to ground share with Crystal Palace for 7 years. Fans were so angry they created a political party and won to bring the club home. They finally returned in 1992, but the curse never left. Since then, it's been a roller coaster of promotion joy followed by sharp relegations. 16. Hillsborough. The site of one of football's darkest tragedies in 1989, when 97 Liverpool fans lost their lives. Though the club wasn't to blame, Hillsborough has carried a heavy weight ever since. For Sheffield Wednesday, it's also been the site of decline. From top-flight regulars in the 90s to yo-yoing between the Championship and League One. They've suffered point deductions, financial struggles, and multiple near misses in the playoffs. 15. The Riverside Stadium. When Middlesbrough moved into the Riverside in the mid-90s, it was supposed to mark a new era. Big money signings followed. Ninho, Ravanelli, and Emerson, but heartbreak came quickly. In 1997, they reached 2 cup finals and lost both. Relegated the same season. In 2009, they dropped from the Premier League with their most expensive squad ever. Since then, a revolving door of managers and dull mid-table obscurity. 14. Vicarage Road. Since 2012, Watford has had over 15 different bosses. Even after getting promoted or staying up, someone still gets the sack. The club's run by Pozo ownership, which treats managers like chess pieces. The stadium itself is charming, close to the pitch, loud, and tight. Watford keeps flirting with success, only for everything to collapse the next year. 13. Roots Hall. This feels cursed from the foundation up. The club's been plagued by debt, mismanagement, and decay. They were relegated from the Football League in 2021 after 101 years, and things have only gotten worse. The ground has rats, leaks, and unpaid bills. At one point, players weren't paid for months. Even when they win a game, off-field disasters quickly follow. 12. Boundary Park. This is one of the highest and coldest grounds in England. Fans call it Ice Station Zebra, and the temperature reflects Oldham's fortunes. Founding members of the Premier League in 1992, they quickly dropped and never came back. Years of bad owners, protests, and relegation followed. In 2022, they became the first former Premier League club to be relegated to non-league. 11. Blundell Park. This is creepy. It's one of the oldest stadiums in the country, set right by the Humber estuary. Cold winds, damp stands, and ghost stories float through the air. Fans claim the stadium is haunted by a Victorian-era sailor who once vanished near the docks. On the pitch, it's been no less cursed. Grimsby has been relegated from the Football League twice. 10. Valley Parade. This is the site of one of England's darkest football days. The Bradford City fire disaster of May 11, 1985. 56 people died. Over 250 were injured. What should have been a celebration of promotion turned into a charred nightmare. The wooden main stand, dry as tinder, went up in flames in minutes. Smoke, panic, heartbreak. The trauma still lingers in every stand. Bradford rebuilt, modernized, but the scars remained. 9. Kenilworth Road. This isn't cursed in the usual sense. It's not haunted. It just defies logic. This is a stadium frozen in time, squeezed between terraced houses, with away fans entering through someone's back garden. It's charming. It's weird. And it's seen more chaos than most clubs could survive. Luton was once top-flight regulars. Then came the fall, rapid relegations, points deductions, and financial collapse. 8. Wham Stadium. Accrington Stanley is the football club that refused to die. But their home, now called the Wham Stadium, has always felt cursed by survival itself. Small, scrappy, and built on the bones of a club that once folded in disgrace. This is a place where misfortune hangs heavy in the Lancashire air. The original Accrington Stanley resigned from the Football League in 1962, broke, humiliated, and forgotten. 7. The Den. No stadium in England carries a reputation quite like the Den built to replace the original ground of the same name. The current Den has seen nearly every stereotype thrown its way. Hostile, intimidating, unwelcoming. But beyond the tabloid horror stories, there's something deeper. A lingering curse of perception and fate. Endless stories of crowd trouble, even when exaggerated, have tarnished the club for decades. 6. The Hawthorns. This stadium sits high, literally the highest ground above sea level in English football. But for West Brom, it's been one long roller coaster of ups and downs. They've been promoted and relegated more than any other Premier League-era club. It's a ground cursed with impermanence. Nothing ever lasts. Once one of the founding members of the Football League, West Brom has tasted glory, but it's all ancient history. 5. St. Andrews. This is a ground full of drama. Not the glamorous kind, but the exhausting, never-ending chaos kind. Birmingham City are a club that lurch from high to low so fast, it gives fans whiplash. Promotions followed by relegations. Cup wins followed by collapse. Ownership sagas. Fan protests. Dodgy decisions. St. Andrews has seen more battles off the pitch than on it, including years of financial turmoil and questionable foreign ownership. 4. Priestfield Stadium. For Gillingham fans, this is a ground locked in time. Cold, bare, hard to get to. It's cursed not by ghosts, but by irrelevance. Despite modernizing one stand in the late 90s, most of Priestfield remains deeply unglamorous. The away end? Temporary scaffolding for over a decade. The stadium's location, tucked into a tight Kent street with poor transport links, has done the club no favors either. 3. Reebok Stadium. When the Reebok Stadium opened in 1997, it was the future. Slick, modern, corporate. It screamed ambition. Bolton was rising, but the dream collapsed hard. The club spiraled into financial ruin. Debt piled up. Relegations came fast. In 2019, players went unpaid. Some refused to train. One player even claimed he went hungry. The stadium, now renamed the Tough Sheet, became a hollow shell of past glories. 2. Cassim Stadium. This is one of the weirdest grounds in English football. Why? It only has 3 sides. Literally. The 4th stand was never built. What was meant to be temporary has become permanent. And symbolic. Oxford United always seems unfinished. Since moving in, the club has struggled for consistency. They dropped into non-league. The fan atmosphere suffers. Open wind whips through the empty 4th side. Ownership disputes drag on. 1. Sixfield Stadium. This is a neat, modern lower league stadium that was supposed to carry Northampton into a brighter future. But from day one, it's been plagued by ghosts of ambition unmet. A £10 million redevelopment project in 2014 was supposed to transform it. Instead, the money vanished. The council launched investigations. The builder disappeared. A stand was left half-finished for years, literally a building site. The club spiraled into administration. From the eerie silence at Roots Hall to the emotional weight of Hillsborough, these stadiums carry more than just chants and cheers. They carry stories of collapse, chaos, and curses. Some of them might bounce back. Others might never break free. But one thing's certain, football fans feel it. If you've enjoyed this deep dive into England's most cursed grounds, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your own spooky football stories below.